Welcome to At Home in the Shed. I don't know what to say, mate. To be honest, I'm fucking speechless.
I saw it and I thought I've got to get
What
that.
is it? Any idea?
Well, they're called Wild Wally, and they're like a rock and roll group. Look, they've got Rock Around the Clock, 20 Flight Rock. The Elite Generation was born between 1940 and 46. So I haven't even listened to it yet, but I'm guessing it's going to be like rock and roll, you know, like a bit like Shawaddy Waddy or something,
Yeah.
you know. But it's just the cover.
That's fucking horrible.
It's terrible, isn't it? Horrendous, isn't it? Scary
That's
looking.
funny, mate. That is hilarious.
Fag.
So there you go. Wild Wally, I go ape.
Yeah, that's it. So it's. Are we talking now about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
this
mate,
is
I don't know
it.
what you're going to say, but
Well, I mean, I don't know anything about this record. I just saw it and I just thought that the cover was just so horrendous. And I mean, it's like, I don't know. I mean, if we were talking about Planet of the Apes or something, I suppose this would be ideal. But from what I gather, Wild Wally, they're on the back. They look like hippies, but I think that they're back in the sort of like early 70s when this was made. This was made about 1974, I think, 73, 74. There was a lot of these bands that came out, and they were doing sort of like rock and roll, you know.
Right.
They were sort of like Led Zeppelin looking, but the music they were doing was like old standards of like rock and roll. Because like this album, this has got Rock Around the Clock on it, 20 Flight Rock, Shake, Rattle and Roll, Great Balls of Fire, I Go Ape, which is obviously their own one. That one of their.
I go ape every time I see you smile.
Yeah,
It's
must be it. I mean, and they're all there's like She, Little Sheila, Muskrat, Summertime Blues. That's Eddie Cochran, isn't it? So obviously that's what they are, because there was a spate of groups in this country. There was one called Crazy Cavern and the Rhythm Rockers, and there was Flying Saucers Rock and Roll, and they were like new bands, but they were like, you know, carrying on the tradition of rock and roll. But anyway, I just thought to myself, like, that is just such a bizarre cover, and that's the sort of thing that I think if I'd have seen this when I was about 7 years old, I would have burst into tears.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know,
well, I don't even feel like bursting into tears now.
Pretty shocking, actually. Yeah.
Again,
And,
I don't know what to say.
I don't know much about the label, Concord Constellation. I've never heard of it, but one thing I will say is that the guy did look at me a bit funny in the shop when I bought it. So you know, there you go.
There you go. Again, all for you. He don't care about his street cred
That's it.
or
Yeah.
being arrested.
No, that's it. You know, I mean, you know, these are the things I look for now. Anyway, anything, you know, a bit shocking, a bit bizarre. You know what I mean? So there you have it.
Is there any other obscure albums in there, or rare albums that
I have
before we move on to the videos?
I have got one, but it's not particularly rare, but it could be classed as quite jovial.
Does this feature Bella Emberg as well in
I
this?
think she could be on that album. Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, Julio Double Glazius.
Me and more Julio Double Glazius. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
What else we got?
What else you got on there? Got the Bleach Boys, Upper Norwood Girls.
King Wilf and the Rasta Plants. Yeah. Vince Prince and the Tone Deafs.
Oh, terrible.
Oh mate, it's a scream.
Yeah. Rush Hour's Madhouse. On LWT Records.
Julio Double Glazius. That's a classic. That is. Oh mate. Well, hopefully, if I can find a couple of little clips on there.
Yeah. Perhaps we could, you know, we'd put a little couple of clips up of Julio Double Glazius. The thing
I
is,
don't know what to say about that one.
that wasn't even my record. That was something that someone gave me a load of records, and that was amongst them. And I did actually give it to somebody else, and it got returned to me. And funny enough, it was returned this morning. So the minute I see it, I thought, well, I'm glad it's come back, really, because it's another item of wonder to put on the shed.
God, it's fantastic, mate.
That makes me laugh, that one there. Look, not Johnny Cash, Ready Cash.
You got the four bottoms, look. Totally impolitically correct there at the bottom. Oh, unbelievable.
I mean, that was
hilarious,
like
mate.
Saturday Night Magic, wasn't it, years ago? I mean, you know, we all used to watch it. I mean, no one, I don't defy anyone to say, no, I never used to watch Russ Abbott. Everyone used to watch it. It was on, he just used to watch it. And he was quite funny, really.
I've just seen what else is there. Val Hooligan.
Val Hooligan. Yeah.
The Constipated Seven.
Vince Prince.
Ready Cash. And the Four Bottoms.
Julio Double Glazius.
Oh, mate.
Got to laugh, haven't you?
That's a scream, that is.
Yeah, so there you go.
There you have it. World exclusive.
Yeah, yeah. So,
well done, mate.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So we was going to talk about Pam Grier, wasn't
Yeah, little request from James today. So
yeah, well, I mean, I like her stuff anyway. I always liked all these. I mean, when I was a good few years ago now, I suppose early 90s, there was like a sudden resurgence of interest. Wasn't there?
Sorry, mate, you're gonna have to turn that album round. I can't concentrate.
I can't leave that one up because that's horrendous.
Oh, fucking hell.
Trying to be all serious in that.
Oh,
there he is.
I can't look at it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I was right into this stuff. I mean, back in the early 90s when they started, you know, putting this for some reason there was like a wave of interest again in like blaxploitation movies. And I mean, she's been in loads of them. I mean, originally I had like Shaft and Superfly, but then I found out about Pam Grier, and this is like a box set I got called Soul Cinema, and these are like the key ones that she made. There's that one, Foxy Brown.
Yeah,
that's probably what she's most famous for, because obviously she was in Jackie Brown, wasn't she?
Yeah, that's right.
Tarantino movie, so he's obviously a big fan of hers because you know he's obviously watched all these films. That's Foxy Brown. That one's called Kofi.
I've seen that one.
That's a good one.
I've seen that.
Coffee. That's a good one. That is. And this one I haven't watched this for quite a while actually. It's called Black Mama, White Mama, and what it is, it's a bit like the Defiant ones with Sidney Poitier and Tony Curtis. Yeah. They're on the run from the law, like, you know, and they broke out of some women's penitentiary.
Like a female version, I suppose, yeah.
And
same concept.
Same sort of thing, yeah. But I mean, I've not watched that for a long time, so I might have to give that another spin, you know.
I don't know Margaret Markov.
No, I don't know her. I mean, she's obviously the blonde there, but I mean, I've not seen her in anything else, not as far as I know. But another interesting thing about these films is that this one, Foxy Brown, is directed by a guy called Jack Hill, and this one, there. So both directed by Jack Hill, and the actor he's in both of these, as far as I know, is a guy called Sid Haig.
Okay.
And he just died actually just recently.
Yeah, I'll put a picture up.
Yeah, he was in loads and loads of these films, and the last films he's been in, like, is them Devil's Rejects films, you know.
Yeah, good they are.
And Captain Spaulding.
Yeah. And
they just finished one when he died, but I mean the Devil's Rejects is brilliant. But he's in loads of these films. But that's a nice introduction to Pam Grier early films, you know. Those three there.
That's a good cover as well. That leopard skin.
Yeah, Soul Cinema, the best of Soul Cinema, but it's just her films, you know. Because I thought, I mean, I've got loads of them. I mean,
are they blaxploitation? I suppose they are.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, because they all come out at the same sort of time, you know. And it's normally the story is that, you know, she's got someone who's been wronged by the mafia or like some black pimps or something, and you know, she'll go after them, like, you know. And I think, I'm not sure. I think it's Foxy Brown where there's like a guy in it who's and there's a woman who's in charge. Like, she's like a woman mafiosa, and she sort of gets herself involved with them as like a hooker to try and get in to find out what happened to her brother or a boyfriend or something. But it's good, yeah.
Worth a watch.
Yeah, the other one that she made around about the same time as that was this one called The Big Bird Cage.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
This is good. Yeah, this is good. It's I think it's Jack Hill again, the same director, Jack Hill. and this is where she's in one of them prisons in the Philippines, I think it is. Terry, a social climbing young woman, accidentally gets caught up in the activities of two revolutionaries, Blossom and Django. Finds herself in a concentration camp for women. In the centre of the camp is a towering wooden machine, the Big Bird Cage. So it's one of them films that's sort of set in the Philippines or something, you know. And they're in this like notorious jail.
Like sweaty jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other actress in this is really nice. Her name's Anita Ford, and she's been in quite a few sort of these kinds of like exploitation films. But yeah, that's a good one. The Big Bird Cage. And it's Pam Grier again. I got quite a lot of stuff by her actually.
She's made a few, hasn't she?
Yeah.
She's still
Yeah, she's still going. Yeah, I mean,
she's still acting.
I think so. Yeah, I mean the last thing,
the last Django, I suppose. Yeah.
The last notable film she made was Jackie Brown, which was like a return to those sorts of films. But I'm sure she's been in other stuff. I mean, I haven't. You've probably look on Internet Movie Database and probably find that she's been in a few. A few other films just recently.
I mean, the slogan is here: "Women so hot with desire, they melt the chains that enslave them."
Wow, there you go. Yeah. And that was actually bought in a newsagent's. That was in Seven Kings. That
was it?
Yeah. Yeah. Went in there
no problem about what the content on the cover
No,
was.
went in there one day just to get something, and I noticed that he had a few DVDs on the counter, and that was there.
That's hilarious, mate.
The Big Bird Cage, yeah. It's a good film though. Good film.
No, looks it.
Yeah. And then the last one.
Yeah.
The last one by her is this one. It's called Friday Foster.
Not seen that one either.
That was one that came out a bit later. That came out around about, because these are like really early 70s. That was about 1976, that one. But in that she plays like a reporter. Or a photographer. She's got a camera around her neck, so she's obviously a photographer.
Yeah.
And she gets involved with some sort of like scandal or something, and she's like, you know, some sort of like investigative reporter. But that's actually based on an American comic. There was a comic that came out in the 70s called Friday Foster.
Right.
And similar to Superman and all that, you know, Batman, them sorts of comics, you know, comic strip thing. And they made a film out of it. And it's pretty good actually, and it's on that. That's quite a new DVD that is.
So it's from acclaimed B-movie director Arthur Marks.
Yeah.
Who done Bonnie's Kids and Detroit 9000.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Bonnie's Kids. That's another good film. Bonnie's Kids is one of Tarantino's favourite cult movies.
Is it?
Because the two actors in it. He based them on the two actors in Pulp Fiction, like Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta.
Oh, okay.
And if you see Bonnie's Kids, they're both like the two actors that play the
sideburns and stuff.
Exactly the same as. So he must have seen that and thought, oh yeah, you know, he had the idea to.
And also Carl Weathers.
Yeah, he's in it.
Action Jackson.
That's him.
And Rocky. I think James was talking about Action Jackson, and I love that film.
I liked Action. Brilliant. I always had a problem saying that.
Yeah, I do.
Action Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that on video, and what I liked about that was someone that we might have to talk about one night was the girl who was in it. Her name was Vanity.
Yeah.
And she was one of Prince's proteges. Like she made a few records, but she was also an actress, and she was in the Action Jackson. She was in a film called Deadly Illusion, which was a Larry Cohen thing. She was in a few films actually.
Yeah.
She was nice as well, you know. But she's Action Jackson. Yeah, I'll have to dig that one out. I think I might have it somewhere.
Yeah, I think Friday Foster. I remember this as well, but I can't remember the actual storyline.
Yeah, it was good though. And it's what's good about that as well is that just recently. I mean, you couldn't get that for years. It was out on video, but it was difficult to find. And then it's come out on DVD, and it's on 88 films. Is it saying 88 films just down there?
Oh yeah, right side.
They're like a new sort of like company which puts out old classics and stuff.
Yeah.
And the other day I was in HMV and there was one in there on that label, and it said first time ever on DVD, I drink your blood.
Oh.
And it said like, you know, really bad, you know, like it was banned for years and all that.
Yeah.
But when I looked at the back of it, I thought, yeah, this could be interesting.
So she plays a magazine photographer who accidentally witnesses an assassination attempt.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's all about. Yeah, she gets embroiled in all kinds of like espionage
like
stuff.
a criminal cult.
Yeah.
What part does Carl Weathers play?
I think Carl Weathers is her boyfriend in it. I think.
Right.
Or he's either the guy who's Yaphet Kotto's in it as well. The actor Yaphet Kotto, who was in Alien and big guy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Stuff.
Yeah, again, I'll put a picture up.
Yeah, he's in it. I think Carl Weathers could. I don't think he's the bad guy in it. I'm pretty sure that he's the good guy, who fancies her, but she's like only got eyes for this other guy who turns out to be not good. You know.
Carl Weathers can't really be bad, can he?
No.
After Rocky and that,
that's it. Yeah.
Like,
was he in Predator? Was he in that?
Yeah.
He was in Predator, wasn't he?
I think he's the one. I don't know if it was him, but that's at the point, and the bloke says, "If you're bleeding," he said, "I ain't got time to bleed."
Yeah.
Got time. Ain't got time to die.
Yeah. I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah. They were such a tough bunch of mercenaries that.
Yeah. That's it. It didn't
bleed.
Didn't matter. Yeah.
Even
I just seem to remember him like one arm was missing or something. And he had his machine gun in the other hand.
It don't matter. No pain, nothing.
One arm just gone. Like it didn't matter. You know.
Get a paper cut nowadays. You're in bits. Bleeding to death, bleeding out. But as I say, we were going to do a Christmas special today, but James gave us the idea of a Pam Grier special. So,
and it just so happens that when you said it, I knew I had loads of stuff by her.
Yeah.
Because I've even got another one here. Just quickly.
Oh yeah. Bring it up, mate.
Called Bucktown.
Okay.
That's another one that she was in.
VHS. We hadn't done the VHS for a while.
This is not out on DVD as far as I know, and this is This was another thing which came out a little while ago. Authentic Soul Cinema, 1970 to 1975, and I had a few of these, but obviously I've got the DVD, so I've got rid of them. But this one I kept because you can't get it.
She had quite a lot of hard-looking face, didn't she?
Yeah.
She was quite tough-looking.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. And apparently, the story goes that she was working as a typist or a secretary in Roger Corman's offices. Right. In Hollywood, and she just wanted to be in films, and he got her a part in some film, and that was it. From then on in, she was like, she became an overnight sensation.
Well, cult classic, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's one of these women, a bit like Karen Black.
Yeah.
Where she was like, everyone knew Karen Black.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially in the horror side of thrillers and stuff.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, any of those films that came out. You can imagine them at the time saying, we want to get Pam Grier, and if they couldn't get her, they have to settle for second best, because she was obviously, the one of the major, like her, Richard Roundtree, Fred Williamson, and Carl Weathers, people like that. Yeah. There was all big names in that sort of stuff, weren't they? Mm. Yeah.
As I say, for all you Rocky fans out there, Carl Weathers obviously plays Apollo Creed, I think, in that.
That's it.
When he comes on and does the Living in America thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him.
Yeah, that was the one. And
that's when Drago knocks him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Apollo Creed. Yeah. It's a good name, that, isn't it?
It is. It's great.
Yeah. Sort of just goes right.
A bit like Apollo Video.
Kind of catchy. Yeah.
It don't exist anymore, does it?
No, it's all gone. Isn't it?
All gone.
It's gone.
But
yeah,
as I say, we'll do a Christmas special before Christmas, and we'll put that up.
Yeah,
but don't expect any of your Santa business and dressing up and all that. We don't do all that.
No, we don't go for any of that stuff. No. I mean, we might talk about Black Christmas.
Yeah.
Or other sort of like a macabre Christmas stuff.
Or even the classic Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. I was watching a bit of that the other night.
There you go. Funny as hell. One of the best comedies of Christmas you've ever seen.
Oh, so it's hilarious. That is that National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, isn't it?
Yeah, that one.
When he's in that department store trying to buy something, and that girl behind the counter, she really fancies.
She shows her knickers, doesn't she? That's right. Yeah. But so look out for the Christmas special coming up. It's going to be a good one. We're going to do something a little bit flash on that one.
Yeah.
As I say, I think the furthest we'll probably go is have a little bit of eggnog.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Have a Warnix, a snowball.
Yeah.
Have a snowball or something like that.
And if we ain't got none, we'll put a bit of custard powder in it, in a cup of milk, make it look good.
We do something but we won't be wearing no Christmas hats and stuff like that. I mean, just ain't our style, man.
Bad enough in the house as it is. Like walking in Santa's grotto every night of the week. As you can tell, I'm not a Christmas fan, but you know, it is what it is, isn't it?
That's it, innit? Yeah, what can you do?
We've got Russ Abbott albums.
Well, that's it. That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know,
Got Pam Grier.
we've had Russ Abbott, we've had Pam Grier,
And you got a gorilla with a wig on.
and we've had that bizarre Wild Wally. So I mean, we've not done too bad, really. Reflection.
Yeah, not bad at all. And that's what you get for tuning in every week.
Yeah, something different.
Yeah, there you go.
We try and find something different. You might not like it, but you know, at least it's different.
Yeah. Maybe it's shit, but you know, worth a look. Anyway, once again, thanks for tuning in, and come and join us in the shed. It's nice and warm in here at night, got the heating on.
Yeah, he's warm in here now.
And yeah, see you in a couple of days' time.
Okay.